right. All right, it is 6:30. We will call the December council meeting to order at this time. Welcome to all those in attendance, those watching at home, and to the council. At this time, we'll have the clerk call the roll.
Beeman. Reckelberg.
Here.
Schley. Dunbar.
Here.
Debates.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Bry. Here. Sikowitz.
Here.
Norrell.
Here.
Cummings.
Here.
9 members present.
Thank you, and Alderman Beeman is excused. At this time, will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? And if you can stay standing for a prayer by our council president, Mike Cummings. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we gather here today as the City Council of Manitowoc, deeply aware that this is a season of goodwill and hope. As the days grow shorter and the festive lights adorn our streets, we recognize the joy and generous spirit that is present throughout our community. We are thankful for the deep sense of care that defines the people of Manitowoc, and we pray that the peace and unity of the holiday season may fill this room and guide our decisions. We're grateful for the opportunity granted to every council member here. Bless our work so that we may approach the matters before us with empathy, patience, and a renewed commitment to ensuring our city remains the very best place to live, work, and play for every resident. Grant us clarity in our decisions and integrity in our purpose. May this holiday season bring peace, warmth, and enduring joy to all the families and the citizens of Manitowoc. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right, we have no presentations this evening, so we'll move to our first public hearing related to proposed revenue bond financing for Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church, Inc. We'll have the clerk read the proof of publication.
Notice of this public hearing was published in the Herald Times Reporter on December 8th.
Thank you. We'll have our Finance Director Treasurer, Sean Alford, come up to give a quick explanation.
Proposal of issuance of City of Manitowoc revenue bonds, Series 2025 for Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church, not to exceed the amount of $3,600,000 to be a project of constructing an approximate 8,542 square foot addition for their classrooms to the borrower's existing 28,820 square foot school facility and a couple other of renovation improvement projects. The initial resolution was presented to the Finance Committee on November 4th and passed unanimously. And the intent of the public hearing is to allow any people to express their views orally or in written, with no written comments received as of yet, but of the proposed bonds on there. Comment for the City of Manitowoc is it would be in our name, furnishing the tax exempt to the entity with no obligation on the City of Manitowoc or its taxpayers to make the payments of the bonds if they were to be successful.
Sean, are there any questions for Sean from the council at this time? If not, this is a public hearing then for this matter. Thank you, Sean. We don't have anyone listed to speak for this. Did we have, as noted, there was no previous submission as well? So going once, twice for anyone else last minute to speak on this public hearing. We'll close this public hearing and this matter will be taken up later in the agenda. Next item is public input. Anything germane to the business of the City of Manitowoc. We do have 2 individuals signed up. We'll start with Gary Beckman.
Thank you, Annette, for letting me talk and everything else. I'm dealing with the issue at my home, my house next door, and what have you. I talked to 2 people already about my issue and that, which is not on the books, people that put up a metal roof on their home. I live at 709 State. To the east of me is 707. The people that live or own that house before the owner now has it, they put up a metal roof. I've been after them and that, changing in that, putting strips up there to stop the snow from coming down. The reason why is because my house is about 1.5 feet away from my property line. This is 2nd floor almost. When the snow comes down, it's like an avalanche. There's been many times I almost been hurt. or possibility I could get killed. I went to the city housing department, talked to them about it and everything else, and apparently there's nothing on the books to protect me. I invite you or anybody else to come over by my house and see what kind of thing it is. Every time it snows out, I just dread because my life is on the line. The city has nothing on the books. I'm probably maybe the only house in town that has this and that, but I need the city to help me, to save me, to have me not get hurt. I got family. I do things for the community, volunteer for the community. All I ask is the community to come to my house and look and see what I got. I can tell you a lot more than what my time is here. I can show you a lot of pictures what it looked like in that with the snow up there and when it comes down. I had a police officer come over here just recently after the snowstorm. I had a chunk like this come behind me. I almost got, hit. And that chunk was like this. It stayed up there, that snow from the last storm, and it came down. The whole length of that section of the house came down and crashing. There's going to be a day I'm going to get hurt. And I hope in that city can take some sort of point of making this a change, change this house, to make this house owner put something up there so I'm protected. He did put something in that one strip on both sections of the house on the east side. Why? I could tell you why. There's a lot of evil, hate, bulliness around by my house. I can point that out to you too. But I'm just asking to help me. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Gary. We will next have Scott. Scott Retzak is next to speak.
That would be me, Scott Retzak, 31 Maritime Drive, and I stand here before you as the president of the board of directors for the Manitowoc Marine Band. We are the City of Manitowoc's Marine Band, and a couple of years ago I approached the mayor, what could we do to be a better band and to better support what we're supposed to do for the city? And he said, well, do more work. And our work, of course, is playing music. So we are contracted to do 5 concerts and 3 parades. Last year, we did 30 performances, including those 5 parades. So we've done as much as we could. We've expanded to, instead of having this gigantic band, we were 25 or so people. We're now we've swelled to about 70. We've gotten more equipment to do, speakers and podiums and stands and all different sorts of things, but so that we could do a better job as well. And with that, of course, is extra money. So the real purpose I'm coming here for is the budget was expanded a little bit for us this year. And I wanted to stand up here and thank you for all of you supporting us and giving us a few extra bucks so we could do a better job for you. If any of you would like to introduce the band and be out in front of your constituencies at Washington Park during the summer, you're welcome to do that. Just contact me or our director to do that. I guess that's about all I have to put together. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott, for your comments. Appreciate it. Is there anyone else? Did we have any previously submitted public input?
Nothing previous.
I do see someone on Zoom that has their hand raised. Is that for public input?
Yes, it is.
Okay, could you just please state your name and address for the record?
Sure. My name is Louis Valance. I am a private citizen from Sheboygan, Michigan. And the reason why I am calling you is I am spearheading that effort to get Amtrak service to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and the shoreline of Wisconsin. I would like to give a letter of support from the city of Manitowoc, because Manitowoc would be a stop on that route from Milwaukee, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, Green Bay, Oconto, Marinette, Menominee, up into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to Sault Ste. Marie and St. Ignace, down up to Calumet and over to Duluth, Minnesota. This would bring economic development and tourist dollars to your community. This would bring access to quality health care, educational opportunities, and employment opportunities. This is a win-win. it would use the existing CN lines and or abandoned rail lines that would be repurposed for rail service with Rails with Trails program. This would be no cost to the city of Manitowoc. It would all be federal state funded. Currently, right now, there's about $9 billion worth of federal grant money that is available for expanding rail service. And I ask the mayor and the president of the council to support a letter of support and or a formal resolution. I know resolutions in Wisconsin take a little bit more formality, but if we can get a letter of support, it'd be great. Like I said, I'm spearheading this effort. I'm a private citizen, and I have been a victim of the bus service not connecting me to the Milwaukee Amtrak 332, which is hurting the city of Manitowoc and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to have adequate access to the National Transportation Network. So if I could get a letter of support and or a resolution, that'd be great. I have sent you guys some communication before. I haven't heard back from you yet, so I'd just like to see if we can get one. It'd be greatly appreciated. Do you have any questions for me?
Thank you. No, we don't allow questions for public input, but do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Okay. No.
All right. Well,
Other than that, just wanted to, say that it would be a win-win for your community, and just asking for a simple letter of support or a resolution, whatever you can do.
all right. Thank you very much for your
Appreciate it.
comments. Thank you. Well, one last time for public input, once, twice. We'll close then regular public input. We'll move to the remainder of the agenda here. Appointments. I do have a plethora of appointments for election inspectors, and I'm told that I don't have to go name by name since they're listed there for you. So I would look for a motion to approve the appointments for the election inspectors.
So moved.
Second. Motion second to approve the list as presented. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Move to the consent agenda. Item H, is there anything to be removed from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'd look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. We'll move to item I, committee reports, and we'll start with Committee of the Whole. Council President Mike Cummings.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The clerk has the documents.
We have document 894, which is a report of the Special Events Committee recommending approval of a variety of events subject to council action. Committee returns same, recommending approval.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
To approve the report as presented, Mr. Mayor.
Motion and a second by debates. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Council President Cummings?
That concludes our business today, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We'll move then to the Finance Committee, and Alderman Eric Sitkowitz is chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The clerk has our documents.
We have document 857, which is a resolution to hold a primary election on February 17th, 2026, if there are 3 or more candidates who file nomination papers for a city office at the April 7th, 2026 spring election. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 858 is a resolution establishing election workers' compensation for 2026. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 860 is a resolution declaring official intent to reimburse expenditures from proceeds of 2026 borrowing. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 875 is a 6th amendment to municipal service agreement between City of Manitowoc and Progress Lakeshore. Committee returns same, recommending adoption of the amendment.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 876 is an amendment to access agreement with Wisconsin Public Service Corporation for remediation and cleanup at North 10th and Chicago Street site. Committee returned same, recommending adoption of the amendment.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 881 is consideration of final resolution regarding revenue bond financing for Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church, Inc. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 892 is ordinance amending the designated outdoor refreshment area. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the ordinance.
Council, your pleasure on this ordinance.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Alderman Sitkwitz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just really quick on the update to the ordinance. It actually expands the area a little bit with the success of DORA in 2025. 2026 expands it again. And actually, some of the establishments came to the city and wanted to be included. So that's the reason for the expansion. They saw it being a great thing. There were no problems really reported with the police department or trash throughout the city. So the residents were responsible, and the area is being expanded. So it's a win-win.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 897 is a 2025 tax levy for 2026 budget amendment due to revised valuation of TID 24. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the amendment.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 898 is a banking RFP, results in authorization for staff to continue negotiations and sign agreements with chosen financial institution. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt as presented.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Sitkwitz, for finance?
No, that completes everything we have.
All right. Continue with Personnel Committee.
The clerk has our documents.
Document 877 is a resolution eliminating vacant and unfunded employee positions. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Alderman Sitkwitz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just for some background, this and a couple other resolutions that are coming forward tonight are just some cleanup for items that were presented during the budget that we kind of codified during the budget process. So these are just, again, working through the process of things we passed 15 days ago, since we just did an amendment to a budget already. So thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 878 is an agreement between the City of Manitowoc and City of Manitowoc Transit Employees, Teamsters Local Number 662. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the agreement.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 888 is a resolution to reclassify the RAR West Visitor Services Clerk position on the City of Manitowoc compensation plan structure. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 895 is a resolution to revise the employee policy manual. Committee returned same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Sitkwitz?
Nope, that completes our business tonight. Just a reminder, the next personnel meeting will be Monday, January 5th at 5:30. And the personnel meeting will be the Monday, the 5th at 5:30. Finances, Tuesday, the 6th at 5:30.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll move to the Public Infrastructure Committee, and Alderman Bill Schley is chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The clerk has the documents.
We have document 882, which is a facility use agreement with Manitowoc County ADRC Senior Nutrition Program. Committee returns same, recommending to approve the agreement.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Recommend to approve the agreement. Second.
Motion second, discussion. Alderman Schley.
Real quickly, this is just an agreement between the county and the city, allowing the county to use the senior center as a site location for the senior nutrition program, which is a wonderful program, and there's no extension of liability or any other problems, so.
Perfect, thank you. Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 889 is a resolution for 2026 street improvements. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Motion second, discussion. Alderman Schley.
These are street repairs that are already in the 2026 budget. It's just to clearly define what we're doing. That's it.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Sounds good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 890 is a resolution for 2026 dust palletives. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Motion second, discussion. Alderman Schley.
This is an initiative that gives DPI the go-ahead to put down dust inhibiting compound in areas of need so people don't get dusty.
I don't see your street on there, Alderman Schley.
No, no dust on my street.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 891 is a resolution for 2026 sidewalk construction and repair program. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
Council, your pleasure on this resolution.
Move to approve the resolution. Second.
Motion second, discussion. Alderman Schley.
This is basically a rubber stamp to move forward on needed sidewalk repair notifications to homeowners and the actual repairs themselves. Thank you.
That's good, thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Schley?
Nothing other than the fact that our next public infrastructure meeting will be January 7th, Wednesday at 5:30, right here in this here room.
Sounds good, thank you. Then move to the Public Safety Committee, and Alderman Todd Reckelberg is the chair this evening.
The clerk has our documents.
We have document 870, which is a joint powers agreement between Manitowoc County Joint Dispatch Center and the City of Manitowoc, effective March 1st, 2026, for a period of 1 year. Committee returns same, recommending approval.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. We'll now take up the two Plan Commission documents.
We have document 825, which is the Little Group TLG Homes LLC review of a subdivision concept plan located off of Deerbrook Lane and Kellner Street. Plan Commission returns same, recommending to approve the concept plan and instruct staff to work with TLG Homes on initiating the street vacation, official map amendment, and annexation petition.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move to approve what she said.
Motion. Is there a second? Sorry. Debates? Okay, thank you. Sorry. Motion, second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 826 is Manitowoc County review of tax foreclosure properties. Plan Commission returns same, recommending to instruct staff to work with the Manitowoc County Treasurer to acquire the property and partner with the Manitowoc Public School District on a residential development project.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion, second, discussion. Just note that this property went to sheriff's sale today, so a little late, unfortunately, but,
Better late than never.
well, part of the reason I wanted to make sure it stayed on the agenda as well is, this might be new for some, but we look at all these properties which may be valuable to the city. This one, we were looking at potentially a partnership with the school district. So we wanted to give you a heads up that you might see this again in the future, where working with the school district, we might have the ability to purchase the land, work with the school district to potentially have students build a house, an actual house on that property. And the proceeds from the sale of the eventual home would come back to the city, and it would be a nice little partnership. Unfortunately, this one didn't work. The location was nice, that's why we kind of looked at it there. But in the future, you'll hopefully see a more firm proposal to be brought to you on something like that and potential properties like this in the future. So just wanted to make you aware of that. So really no action, but we'll just take it as is since that was the recommendation of the Plan Commission. So any further discussion? Yeah, okay, all right. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. That exhausts our agenda. Is there anything else for the good of the order? If not, I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. This is our last meeting of the year, so we'll see you in 2026. Motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
So moved. We are adjourned.
All over the place.
Yep, just
Everybody
pick
gets
one.
one.